Going to do Exp25, Excel chapter 2, mid-level 1, Katherine coffee shops weekly payroll. Basically, this is the second chapter of Excel section of this Pearson course, and in this video I will be doing this assignment step by step, and you can get your assignment done by watching this complete video. But if you want me to do this assignment for you, or if you want me to do this complete course for you, including all the Excel, Word, PowerPoint or Access assignments, you can contact me and you can hire me for your complete course. You can also hire me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, computer sciences, all other writing assignments, mathematics or statistics. So at start of the instruction, you can see the project description. There is nothing to do in project description, but I suggest you to read this project description so that you can get an idea about the assignment. Once you will go through this project description, once you will read this project description, this will be easy for you to understand this assignment well, and you will be able to solve this assignment. So main part of the assignment is steps to perform to complete this project, and total steps to perform are 10. And we have instructions for these steps. So total steps are total questions to solve to complete this project or to complete this assignment are 10. I will solve step by step and you are supposed to follow me if you want to get this ready for you. So I will start from step number 1. So step number 1 is saying start Excel, download and open the file named Exp25, Excel chapter 2, mid-level 1 payroll. Grader has automatically added your last name to the beginning of the file name. So this is the file that we're going to use to solve this assignment. So I have already downloaded this Excel workbook. So you can download this Excel workbook from your Pearson or course dashboard. So we're going to use this file to solve the assignment. We will apply all the instructions, all the formulas and all the questions will be solved into this Excel workbook. So first step is just about downloading this Excel workbook. So I have already downloaded that one. So now we're going to move to next step, that is step number 2. Use if function to calculate the regular pay and overtime pay in the column E and F. So now we are supposed to calculate the regular pay in column E and overtime pay in column F using if function based on the regular 40-hour week. These are the regular hours here given, 40 hours. Be sure to use the appropriate absolute or mixed references. Pay overtime only for the overtime hours. Note employee receives 1.5 their hourly wages for the overtime hour worked. Calculate the gross pay in cell G5 based on the regular and overtime pay. Sensor regular pay is $440 with 5 overtime hours. Spencer's overtime pay is $82.5. So now in this step we are supposed to calculate the regular pay and overtime pay. Okay, so in cell E5 we are supposed to calculate the regular pay. So for this purpose we are supposed to use if function. So type equal sign and type if. Then click on function symbol to enter the function argument. So our logical test, first we will check that either this Spencer is working for overtime or not. So for this purpose we will check hour worked, that is D5, less than or equal to B24, that is base work hour. Okay. If Spencer is working regularly, that means 40 base hours, that means he will get only regular pay, that is $1,000. 1,000. 1,000 is 40 hours. 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 40 hours So now if this logical test is correct, that means if D5 hours worked are less than or equal to B24, that are base hours. Okay, if logical test is true, then our regular pay will be D5 multiplied by hourly wage. Okay, C5. Otherwise, if this logical test is not correct, we will simply multiply C5, multiply this with the base hour, that are B24. Okay, so we will get this result. Okay, now we will use the fill handle to drag it down to get the other values, or let me complete the second step. Now it is saying calculate the gross pay in cell G5. So now in cell G5 we are supposed to calculate the gross pay. And for this purpose we will again use the if function. Okay, and click on the function symbol to enter the function arguments, because we are supposed to calculate the overtime pay. So now we are going to calculate the overtime pay. So logical test will be if D5 is greater than base hour worked, this one B24. Now we are going to check either Spencer is working overtime or not. So for this purpose we will compare the hour worked with the base hours. That means hours work given in D5 are greater than B25, that are 40. So if this condition is true, hours worked are greater than the base hour, then our overtime pay will be, first we will calculate the overtime hours, that we can calculate by subtracting B25 base hours from the hour work, D5 minus B25. Okay, so for this we will get the overtime hours. This will give us the overtime hours. Okay, now we will multiply this by hourly wage. Okay, C5, then we will multiply this by B25, that is the overtime rate. Okay, other time overtime pay will be 0. So we will get the result like this one. So we got the regular pay, then overtime pay. So now we are supposed to calculate the gross pay. Okay, gross pay we can calculate by adding these two, E5 plus F5, and then we will get the gross pay. So that is all about first step of the assignment, where we were supposed to calculate the regular pay, overtime pay, and then gross pay. Now it is saying create a formula in cell H5 to calculate the taxable pay. Multiply the number of dependents by the deduction per dependent and subtract that from the gross pay. With 2 dependents, taxable pay is $440. So now we are going to calculate the taxable pay. So to calculate the taxable pay, it is saying multiply the number of dependents by the deduction per dependents. We are supposed to multiply the number of dependents by the deduction per dependents, and deduction per dependents is given here in cell B27. Okay, so it is saying multiply the number of dependents given in cell B5 by the deduction per dependent that is given in cell B25. Then it is saying and subtract that from the gross pay. So now we are supposed to subtract this result from the gross pay. So we will click gross pay minus this. So that means we are subtracting number of dependents multiply by the deduction per dependent, that is B27, and then we are subtracting that result from the gross pay, that is G5. So we will get the result, that is 422. So we have calculated the taxable pay. Now we are going to do next step, that is step number 4. Step number 4 is saying insert a lookup function in cell I5 to identify and calculate the federal withholding tax with a taxable pay of 422.50. Spencer's tax rate is 25% and the withholding tax is 105.63. The lookup function return the applicable tax rate, where you must then multiply by the taxable pay. So first we will go to cell I5, okay, and type equal sign and type VLOOKUP function. Click on that, click on the function symbol to enter the function arguments, okay. So now lookup value will be the taxable pay here, okay. Then table array is given, table array is given, this one, where this is the table array, because we are going to get the values from here. 1 second. We are supposed to make this absolute reference, okay. So this is the table array, this one, because the tax rate according to the taxable pay are given in this table, and column index will be 2, okay. So now you can see that for the Spencer's federal tax is 25%, okay, it is mentioned in the instruction 25%, and the withholding tax is 10.5.63%. The lookup function returns the applicable tax rate, where you must multiply by the taxable pay. So now we are supposed to multiply this result by the taxable pay, okay. Then we will get the result, that is 105.63, because we first calculated the federal tax, first we calculated the applicable tax by using the lookup function, then we multiplied that result with the taxable pay, then we got the result, that is the federal tax. So that is all about step number 4. So in this video I have solved 4 steps out of 9 steps for you. But if you want me to do this complete assignment for you, if you want me to do this complete course for you, you can contact me and you can hire me for your complete course. My WhatsApp number and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. You can contact me either through WhatsApp or email, and you can. So now this is the solution file, and you can see that our solution file is exactly matching to the figure. So now you can see the result here, okay. So we calculated the taxable pay, so our taxable pay results are matching, Okay, then we calculated the federal tax. Our federal tax results are matching as well. Our gross pay results are matching. That's mean I have done these steps correctly. But if you want me to do this complete assignment, or if you want me to do this complete course, my WhatsApp number and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. Contact me either through WhatsApp or email and hire me for your courses. Thank you so much for watching my video. I will get back to you within